Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be picking up where we left off on another side of Bob Dylan. I believe we were on Motorcycle Nightmare. And if you realize that my mood is a little off, it's because I just checked YouTube and found out that the freewheeling Bob Dylan was blocked by SMA. I'm not really sure why they made the decision to block my video, but they did, and it's kind of upsetting to say the least because I put a lot of heart into my videos and it really hurts that that has happened. I don't know if other videos are going to be blocked. One of the things I had tried to do, which I thought was the right thing to do, but now I'm learning is the wrong thing to do. I've never done YouTube like this before, so I don't know what the rules are, so it kind of makes me really sad. It actually makes me want to cry. I tried disputing them because a bunch of them are blocked or claimed under copyright claims, and I thought I was transforming the content enough for it to be fair use. And I had done my research and I tried, and they blocked it and stuff, and it's just really sad. So I'm excited to keep on pursuing Dylan's music, and I'm trying to just rise above this issue and not allow it to stop me because I think we're all having a lot of fun here. I feel like one of the other things I just found out too is that they've like, for whatever reason, like some of my videos aren't appearing in search either, and I don't know why that is. But yeah, really disappointing, a little bit demoralizing, but I'm trying to rise above it. The channel has only existed for like a bit over 2 months. So, again, just trying to rise above it and understand that this is just a part of the process. I'll probably make a separate video talking about it, or maybe just clip this and put it up. I don't know. But we'll see. This is a really fun album, really happy album. So, if anything, I hope it helps to lift my moods. And I feel like if I was talking to Bob Dylan, he'd tell me, don't even worry about those people, just keep on going, even though it's his music and they're the ones who are in control. But anyways, yeah, so in the future, maybe you're gonna find out some of my Bob Dylan stuff has been taken down, and I'm just gonna rehome them on Patreon. So, if you want to see them, you can, consider supporting the Patreon, and they'll be there. But if you've been like here from day one, then you've already seen them and it's okay. So that's good. I'm gonna leave them here on YouTube, and maybe in the future they might reconsider and the block might be lifted. I don't know. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Like, I thought I was doing the right thing. If I had known, I'd have just not done that. I'd have just like left it alone. Gosh, like they could have just said no and just left the video because I don't see what I was doing. That was so bad. Oh, gosh, that's upsetting. Anyways, we're gonna rise above it. We're gonna rise above it. So we're gonna keep on going with my back pages. Did somebody say my back pages was like one of their favorites? I don't remember. I'm gonna remember. Me don't remember. I feel like one of the things that I'm noticing about this album so far is that Dylan's diction on this is like really clear, and so like I don't feel like I'm really needing the lyrics as much as I feel like I might have in the past. It definitely does help with the analysis, but also like maybe I should just like listen for now and then check the lyrics after or something. I don't know. Or if I'm struggling, then I check the lyrics. I don't know if you like to see the lyrics on the screen, so if you do, you could let me know and I'll make sure to keep that in view at all times. But I'm gonna try this time to just listen, no lyrics, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, let's get in the mood. Let's not be down. Let's push through this. Ah, how many albums left to go? About 30 plus, 35 plus. There's a lot more Dylan content out there. Usa, usa, usa. It is okay. It is okay. All right, my back pages. Here we go. Tom Wilson. So good to see your name again. Let's go, guys. Let's go. It's okay. We'll be all right.
Crimson flames tied through my ears, rolling high and mighty traps, pounced with fire on flaming roads, using ideas as my maps. We'll meet on edges soon, said I, proud neath heated brow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Half-racked prejudice leaped forth, ripped down all hate, I screamed. Lies that life is black and white spoke for my skull, I dreamed. Romantic facts of musketeers, foundationed deep somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Girls' faces form the forward path from phony jealousy to memorizing politics of ancient history, flung down by corpse evangelists, unthought of though somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. A self-ordained professor's tongue, too serious to fool, spouted out that liberty is just equality in school. Equality, I spoke the word as if a wedding vow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
Interesting.
In a soldier's stance,
Let me hit pause before SME comes and attacks me and tells me I played the entire song through. I feel like I definitely needed lyrics for this one. I'm following a lot of it. There's so much interesting things happening with his writing on this one, especially here. But I was so much older then. I'm younger than that now. It's so interesting to me. Yeah, this is quite the puzzle for me. This is quite the puzzle. Crimson flames tied through my ears, rolling high and mighty traps, using ideas as my maps. I mean, this is just really excellent writing. I was so much older then and much younger now. What has happened? Like is it a case where like you used to be super serious and then you've kind of like gotten a little, like you've realized now that you don't have to be as serious as you used to be. So like that in and of itself has brought like some youth. I don't know. I just like the lyric though. Life is black and white spoke from my skull. I dreamed romantic facts of musketeers foundation deep so how? Oh, is he criticizing himself? Like, interesting. It feels like a criticism, like, rip down all hate, very like old, like times they are changing kind of Bob Dylan. Yeah, very times they are changing, kind of like this very, very opinionated young man. And of course he remains opinionated. Memorizing politics of ancient history flung down by corpse evangelists and thought of though somehow. A self-ordained professor's tongue. So he's like a self-ordained professor because, you know, he's teaching all these things, too serious to fool, spotted out that liberty. Yeah, it sounds like he's criticizing himself back then and realizing, you know, that he can also like not take himself as seriously and allow himself to be jovial, allow himself to be this other side of Bob Dylan. It's interesting to me that this track comes here. Like I find this to be so interesting. My hand at the mongrel dogs who teach fearing not, I become my enemy. And the instant that I preach my system led by confusion boots. Interesting. I don't know if we've gone that far, but I feel like I've gone what he's doing, but I could be wrong. I really like it. Like, I feel like on a personal level, I've definitely seen things in my life where I've been way too serious, taking things way too seriously. And the moment I realized that I didn't have to be so serious about it, maybe, maybe this is, you know, coming right back to where we started. Maybe you don't have to be so serious about these blocked videos. Maybe it's a good thing. Who knows? And, you know, I was so much older. How long was this? 11 minutes ago. I'm so much younger now. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. I find this interesting. I feel like also like Bob's vocals here are a little different than Bob's vocals on Freewheeling. For example, like Masters of War. Like I've always heard Masters of War and thought that Bob Dylan sounded like an old man. He sounds young to me in this. He sounds like a young man here. So that's interesting. Even his vocals communicate the refrain. I was so much older than him. So much. That's sick. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but that's what I'm getting. Bob is cool. Bob is cool for so many reasons. Perhaps when I listen to Last Thoughts on Woody again, because of course I told him my recording failed, I'll tell you why I think Bob Dylan is so cool. I love Bob Dylan. I love the mind of Bob Dylan. I really do. Let's keep on going. My spirits are better. Oh, thank you, Bob. Oh, thank you. Let's keep on going.
Aimed my hand at the mongrel dogs who teach, fearing not I'd become my enemy in the instant that I preach. My existence led by confusion boats, mutiny from stern to bow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Yes, my guard stood hard when abstract threats, too noble to neglect, deceived me into thinking I had something to protect. Good and bad, I define these terms quite clear, no doubt somehow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
Yo, I love Bob Dylan. I love Bob Dylan. Wow. Quite clear, no doubt, somehow. This conviction, this thing about life being black and white, it's quite a harsh criticism because I feel like Bob Dylan's writing carries so much nuance. Like it's a very balanced perspective. Like I even though he does define a lot of things, and I think on a lot of the topics he's explored, it requires those certain stance like that. Yes, I know. I am sure about this. It's so cool that he is saying, you know, maybe I was too serious, too stern, too sure about what these things were. Like that's what I'm getting from it. I could be wrong. You know, he said with ideas as my maps, you know, because he was leading with a lot of his thoughts, I think. I don't know. feel like I just really enjoy this. Let's read the background. Let's see what I'm missing and what they have to say about this. One of the most fundamental songs in Dylan's, can you see? You can, okay. One of the most fundamental songs in Dylan's artistic growth, after being called the spokesman of a generation and becoming the poster boy for the folk movement in the early 60s with albums like The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan and The Times They Are Changing, Dylan began to be disillusioned with the idealistic narrowness that surrounded him. With Another Side of Bob Dylan and songs like My Back Pages, he would start an individualistic path that would alienate his folk following with the implementation of electric instruments and a more personal and intimate songwriting. Even if the folk movement initially rejected him, nobody stopped calling him the spokesman of a generation, much to Dylan's displeasure. The song's title evokes both the back pages of a book, yeah, I see that too, its end, and the pages of life that lay behind a person as they proceed onward from start to finish. It also embeds a complicated image that evokes the political left and right as Dylan turns the page on his past life and considers his end. Is he moving through a book? All right, I'm going to stop it right there because I don't know if I got politics from this. I did not see an extreme left or an extreme right. I got none of that. What I got was a person examining their own mindset, examining their own way of looking at the world and saying, maybe I was like a little bit too much of this one thing. And, you know, when I've thought of Bob Dylan and I've heard these titles given to him, it's made me think like, how was he like? It must have been such a heavy burden, like calling anybody the spokesman of anything, giving them that kind of responsibility is a lot for anybody to bear. And so I am not surprised that he might have found that to be a heavy weight. And so, you know, I really love this. I think Bob Dylan is incredibly talented, an incredibly observant person, and like possesses this incredibly I don't even know how to phrase this, like an incredibly rare ability to contextualize the human experience. And I feel like I'm just like incredibly grateful that he did not limit that just to, you know, the political or social issues of the world, but also went to the emotional side of it, the personal side of it, that individualistic side of it, because there's a lot to explore there too. So, love My Back Pages. Love it. Love it. Ah, thank you for this better mood. Ah, receiving that. All right. I Don't Believe You is what comes next. Let's go for it. Let me pull up my lyrics. I mean, there's so many good things he did here with how he wrote this. Wow. Wow. Bob Dylan is the boss. Let's go to I Don't Believe You. All right, all right, all right. Let's keep on going, ladies and gentlemen. To I Don't Believe You by Bob Dylan.
I can't understand. She let go of my hand and left me here facing the wall.
Oh,
I'd sure like to know why she'd go, but I can't get close to her at all. Though we kissed through the wild blazing that time, she said she would never forget. But now morning is clear, it's like I ain't here. She acts like we never met.
I love his delivery on this. That's so good. Okay.
It's all new to me, like some mystery. It could even be like a myth.
Oh, I love this riff.
But it's hard to think on that she's the same one that last night I was with. finest dreams are deserted. Am I still dreaming yet? I wish she'd unlock her voice once and talk, instead of acting like we never met.
I just want to pause and say I really adore his like his delivery here, his singing style. I love the guitar. I love what he's done with the harmonica. It's just a really pleasant song. I mean, this sounds to me like it almost feels like a one night stand, but at the same time it could just be using a one night stand as a device for that kind of larger relational departure, relationship departure, larger breakup. You get what I'm saying. So I really like it. I really like it. Oh, I'm sorry for your heartbreak, but why is the song so lighthearted and fun? I don't know. So I'm receiving it that way.
If she ain't feeling well, then why don't she tell, instead of turning her back to my face? Without any doubt, she seems too far out for me to return to or chase. Her skirt swayed as the guitar played. Her mouth was watery and wet. But now something has changed. Pussy ain't the same. She just acts like we never have met. If I didn't have to guess, I'd gladly confess to anything I might have tried. If I was with her too long, or I've done something wrong, I'd wish she'd tell me what it is, I'll run and hide. Though the night ran swirling and whirling, I remember her whispering, yet, but evidently she don't, evidently she won't. She just acts like we never have met. I'm leaving today, I'll be on my way. Of this I can't say very much, but if you want me to, I can be just like you and pretend that we never have touched. And if anybody asks me, is it easy to forget? I say it's easily done. You just pick anyone and pretend that you never have met.
Well, for one, this song, you know, the way he delivers it, it's very fun, very lighthearted delivery, very heartbreaking subject matter. I mean, it sounds like, you know, you had this relationship with somebody and they've just left you out of the blue, left you guessing, left you asking all these questions, and you're feeling like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, why don't you care? Why aren't we talking anymore? You know, like he's asking a lot of questions like, you know, why would she turn her face? Like, why did she leave? Am I still dreaming? You know, all these different things. It sounds like a very painful experience. After a fleeting night of sex, Dylan wakes up with a girl who treats him like a stranger. He's left infatuated while the woman chose to be emotionally detached. For her, he was just a man like others met after a night like many others. Okay, so it was a one night stand. But I mean, it could also be like a larger relational departure. At least I choose to take it that way. Very fun. Hmm. Very sad too. Gosh. All right, let's keep on going. Ballad in Plain D. We only have two tracks left. Such a fun album. Such good writing, such depth of character being displayed here beyond the things we know, and I appreciate that. I appreciate knowing and learning the layers that Bob Dylan has. So very cool. Let's keep on going. Ballad in Plain D. Oh, let me pull it up too. But I'm not gonna listen to it, so I'm not gonna read it.
I once loved a girl, her skin it was bronze. With the innocence of a lamb, she was gentle like a fawn.
Yeah, I missed that.
I courted her proudly, but now she is gone. Gone as the season she's taken. In a young summer's youth, I stole her away from her mother and sister, though close did they stay. Each one of them suffering from the failures of their day. With strings of guilt they tried hard to guide us. Of the two sisters, I loved the young. With sensitive instincts, she was the creative one. Their constant scapegoat, she was easily undone by the jealousy of others around her. For her parasite sister, I had no respect.
Oh my God.
Bound by her boredom, her pride to protect.
Bob.
Countless visions of the other she'd reflect as a crutch.
Oh boy, the insults. This is part two of when the ship comes in because oh my God. Oh my God. Bound by her boredom.
Countless visions of the other she'd reflect as a crutch for her scenes and her society. Myself for what I did, I cannot be excused. The changes I was going through can't even be used for the lies that I told her in hope not to lose the could-be dream lover of my lifetime. With unseen consciousness I possessed in my grip a magnificent mantelpiece, though its heart being chipped. Noticing not that I'd already slipped to the sin of love's false security. From silhouetted anger to manufactured peace, answers of emptiness voice vacancies, till the tombstones of damage read no questions but please. What's wrong what's exactly the matter? And so it did happen, like it could have been foreseen. The timeless explosion of fantasy's dream. At the peak of the night, the king and the queen tumbled all down into pieces.
So I just want to pause for a second, like share my thoughts on this so far. I caught a glimpse of Susie's name in the overview at the top there, so I gathered that this was about her. But like this really seems like him pouring his heart out and like confessing how he felt about their relationship, talking about it. I see he mentioned her mother there, and I remember reading in the Freewheeling Bob Dylan that she was disapproving of their relationship. But it seems like he also had a bone to pick with the sister because he's called her a parasite. I don't know. Like, I'm at this point, I'm listening to this song as if it's like a gossip column because I want the deets on their relationship. I want to know what went wrong and like how he feels. And like he said, she could have been, yeah, dream lover of my lifetime. Like, oh my God, like this boy was in love. He was in love, but also like, why is he so he has so many opinions. Why would you call the lady's sister a parasite and put it on your album? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I wonder if she was upset about this because I don't understand why you would do that. Bound by her boredom, he said, oh yeah, let's keep it. Keep telling us what happened, Bob. Jeez,
The tragic figure, her sister did shout, leave her alone, goddamn you, get out. And I in my armor, turning about, and nailing her in the ruins of her pettiness. Beneath a bare light bulb, the plaster did pound. Her sister and I in a screaming battleground, and she in between, the victim of sound, soon shattered as a child to the shadows. All is gone, admit it, take flight. I gagged in contradiction, tears blinding my sight. My mind, it was mangled, I ran into the night, leaving all of love's ashes behind me.
Aww.
The wind knocks my window, the room it is wet. The words to say I'm sorry I haven't found yet. I think of her often and hope whoever she's met will be fully aware of how precious she is.
Aww. Oh God. Wow.
my friends from the prison, they ask unto me, how good does it feel to be free? And I answer them most mysteriously, are birds free from the chains of the skyway?
I guess his friends from the prison are people in relationships. And he's saying, like, you can't, like, you're still kind of trapped because you're kind of in the arena of like relationships and dating and things. So, like, how can you really be free from this? I liked it. I liked it because I think it gives an insight into his relationship, like one of the most significant relationships in his life, I'd imagine, and like how, he was feeling about it and the amount of reflection he was doing in terms of just himself and like how he felt like he handled that relationship, things that he could have done better. I mean, there's a lot of like introspection and reflection happening and a lot of like bitterness towards the sister, especially the sister, not just the mom, the sister. She was getting it from all angles, man. He did not like that woman. He did not like her at all. He said he's going to leave her in the whatever ruins of her pettiness. Oh my God. He said, I cannot find the words to say I am sorry. I still cannot find the words. He loved her. That was the saddest harmonica I've ever heard from Bob Dylan. Oh my. Okay. Last song on this album, It Ain't Me, Babe. Let's do it. Let's do it. It ain't me, babe. It's you. That's what I think that sounds like. It's not me. It's you.
Go away from my window, leave at your own chosen speed. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'm not the one you need. You say you're looking for someone who's never weak but always strong, to protect you and defend you, whether you are right or wrong. Someone to open each and every door, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe.
You tell her.
It ain't me you're looking for, babe. Go lightly from the ledge, babe. Go lightly on the ground. I'm not the one you want, babe. I will only let you down. You say you're looking for someone who promised never to part, someone to close his eyes for you, someone to close his heart, someone who will die for you and more, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe.
Somebody said this is one of like their favorite song from this album. I get it. I like it. I really do. I feel like one of the things that I've often said is to know thyself, because when you know yourself, you can save yourself from a lot of situations. You can say, oh, I'm the kind of person you know, from what I know of myself so far, I get easily wound up, or I can't stay focused in situations like these. And that will help with preventing a lot of frustration, because if you don't know yourself, you get in a relationship where people have certain expectations of you, and then you're bending yourself out of shape to be somebody that you know you're not. And so I don't know. I find a lot of value in this. Like, you need to know who you are so that you don't put other people through agony. Because if you can't be the stay-at-home wife who nurtures the 10 kids, that's okay. It ain't you, and that's fine. The person for you will come along. But don't, you know, like, we're not wasting anybody's time. So I like that. I like that. You know how like some jobs want people to, oh, you gotta come in 2 hours early, leave 2 hours late, and do this and do that. You just, when they interview you and they've asked you, can you meet these responsibilities? You say, it ain't me, babe. It's not me that you're looking for. Maybe check the other applicant. I like it. Let's keep on going.
Go melt back in the night.
Whoa.
Everything inside is made of stone. There's nothing in here moving.
Wow.
And anyway, I'm not alone. You say you're looking for someone who'll pick you up each time you fall, to gather flowers constantly, and to come each time you call. A lover for your life and nothing more, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe.
Amazing. He said, it's not me that you are looking for. He said, sink back into the night. Melt back into the night. Everything inside is made of stone. There is nothing in here moving. I feel like he's talking about himself, right? Why did that push me down there? Let's see what it says. Yeah, to be made of stone is a common expression. It refers to someone who is cold-hearted and free from emotion. Of course, of course, of course. It all translates. Let's read this. The final track. Everything's jumping. The final track from Dylan's 1964 album, another set of Bob Dylan, It Ain't Me, Babe, embodies the changes to his style that he had made since his previous album. The same years, the times they were changing. Rather than the socio-political lyrics found in his work up to this point, the album contained more traditional love songs with only a few concessions to the protest song style, popular among folk musicians and audiences at the time. It was later covered by artists as diverse as Johnny Cash, Nancy Sinatra, and New Found Glory. So they're saying that there is a double meaning here, that he's not just talking about, this, hypothetical woman, but also talking about what is expected of him as a folk artist. I see it. I see it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. We have arrived at the end of another side of Bob Dylan, and I'm gonna center myself in here so we could talk a little bit about it. And of course, I might do an album review. I don't know. Those help the channel. I'm gonna stop that voice now. I really enjoyed the album from beginning to end. I did not have a single track that I disliked. I feel like the more that I get to know Bob Dylan and I start learning to appreciate him, I take a lot of caution with how I listen to the music. And even if at the beginning I'm like, I don't know if I really like this, I start thinking about, but why would Bob write this? Why does he think, this is like something that I need to put down on paper? What is he trying to communicate? And I feel like in the beginning of Ballad in Plain D, like I wasn't really like getting it initially, but like as it continued, I started getting like a deeper appreciation for that track, and I really enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed every single thing. And I feel like the only thing that was iffy was Ballad in Plain D, but like once it's like started progressing and building and I got the full picture, fell in love with it. I love it. I love that he poured himself out into that track. I love the bitterness. I love how like he confesses how he feels without restraint. How he like how he says like I don't like you, but not like in the words I don't like you. He says you're bound by your boredom and you will what in something of your pettiness. Love it. Love it. Ramona has to be one of my favorites. I Shall Be Free is amazing. I enjoyed everything from beginning to end. Yeah. So listen, I'm gonna watch part C of No Direction Home. I watched part B, I put that on the Patreon. Part A, we had recorded it during a live stream. Absolute disaster show. Absolute disaster. So I'm gonna rewatch it. If you want me to rewatch it, well, I'm gonna rewatch it anyways and put it on the Patreon. I think there are a lot of things and observations I had made during that that I want to like exist, and I'll share it with you all. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with part C. I think I'm kind of threading on thin ice here. I don't know what's gonna happen. I may very well. I don't know if I'm gonna like. I'm scared to lose the channel, but if anything, let me not. Let me not go doom and gloom. Let me not. You know what I'm saying? Catastrophize. We're gonna continue with part C. I'm not gonna put it on the channel because I don't want a copyright strike. And then after we have completed this, we're gonna go to we have quite a few different things coming up. Last Thoughts on Woody Guthrie is coming up, which is like a re-reaction, as you know, because the audio for that got lost. And then we're gonna do something else that I can't tell you about. It's a surprise. And then there's another surprise. So you have quite a few surprises coming up, and then we're gonna move on to bringing it all home, bringing it all back home. Yeah, that's what Mr. Tambourine Man was on, right? I think so. That's the cover I remember seeing on that video when I reacted to it. So yeah, exciting. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.